welcome Professor Dr. and Mrs. It's really a delightful moment for all of us, especially for the students of my college. In today's session, we are going to learn about GIS and remote sensing. Being a student of political science, I know that GIS and remote sensing, these tools are very important with its 5 A's: mapping, measurement, monitoring, modeling and management for war as well. If you go through the history of war in Ukraine, Russia, Iran, wherever you like, these tools. GIS and remote sensing will help you study the environment, demographic, topographic information, climate. You will understand the region and globe better, and at the same time, with Google Street View and other mechanisms, you will learn about the nation, its qualities, attributes, as well as about the people and how to manage them. So geography actually rules other subjects. So you should be a very proud member of the Department of Geography. No economics, there will be no sociology, no physics, no warfare, no development, nothing. And myself, being a student of political science, teacher of political science, we are allied subjects. We depend on each other because regarding policy making, regarding budget fixing, regarding decision making, we have to depend on each other. So it is a great privilege for me to be a part of this seminar and to welcome Professor Ashok. We will learn more about GIS and remote sensing from Professor Dr. Ashok and will be able to learn how to visualize data in this data-driven world. As you know that in even in internship as well, you are being given training of AI, artificial intelligence. Because without data, without AI, you won't be able to go ahead either for further studies or for any sort of work or job. Okay. Now, all these things are aligned with these tools and mechanisms. So, I'll not take much time. I request Professor Dr. Ashok to deliver a found lecture for all of you so that you get motivated to learn more and more. Thank you, and I congratulate the Department of Geography under the able leadership of Dr. Nandi and her efficient, effective associates of Nita, Devi, Shonali, Anindita, Mona Lisa, Ojila, everyone. I heartily congratulate all of you for arranging such a wonderful relevance seminar today. Thank you.
So very nice. So you spoke very little, but you clear what exactly GIS remote sensing means, how it is going to be applied. Very nicely she explained. And she also linked all the subjects with geography because she has a lot of experience, exposure, and due to that exposure and experience, she linked the geography to all subjects. Science started giving a lot of ideas. We can easily understand now how jet streams flow. we can easily understand how cells are working. Which are three cells in atmosphere? Remember? Hydrogen cell, then ferrous cell, polar cells. These cells are called. And through this, we have easily understood all over the world about the typhoons, about the cyclones, about the tornadoes, about the gale, about depressed area, high depressed area, low pressure areas. All these are known to us because of this science and technology, especially remote sensing. NASA is launched. NOAA is launched so many satellites, they are collecting the information. And coming to the water, water is very precious. You have a mostly all land is filled with the water, especially West Bengal. I could see from the air also. You have lots of water everywhere. So many lakes are there, so many rivers are there. But the thing is that the quality of water. Your major challenge is the water degradation. The water quality degradation. Now, how do you address this? In remote sensing. Remote sensing will give you the picture of how your water has been degraded. Remote sensing will give a picture of how this water is contaminated over the years. And who are the major contributors? Who are the major contributors? Whether industry are adding a lot of contributions, pollutants, or the residential areas adding, or some commercial area are adding, or agricultural practice is adding to many other things to contaminate the water. All these things can be easily studied. So now we have four spheres, whether it is a hydrosphere related to the water, quality water, or polluted water, or scarcity of water, or the abundance of water, groundwater or surface water, or cloud cover, cloud not covered, or the vegetation cover, vegetation not covered, or the carbon sequestration. Here carbon sequestration is more, where carbon sequestration less. Where the soil is contaminated, where soil is having problems. All these things can easily studied. Now I am telling you what is remote sensing. Have you studied remote sensing? Some basic knowledge, some basic. Remote sensing. When you see the things very closer, one sphere is most important. Geosphere we call it. Geosphere. It is entirely hard materials. The earth has the rock structure. Upon that you have a soil, and within the rock, as you go down, the temperature increases. By the time you enter into the core, the temperature goes as high as 6,000 degrees Celsius. It is equal to the sun's surface. Getting my point? Okay, this is geosphere. And what about the hydrosphere? Hydrosphere, all the water that circulated around the earth, more than 71% of the earth's area, it is with the water. And upon that you have water in the atmosphere, water in the biosphere, water in the lakes, water in the ice, all the form of water. So we totally call it as hydrosphere. The earth generated this kind of hydrosphere for all of us. Geosphere is created, hydrosphere is created. After this, it is also created atmosphere. Atmosphere, most beautiful thing that we have is atmosphere. No other planets have. This kind of planet, you have atmosphere that which we are breathing. We are taking oxygen. The plants, they take carbon dioxide. We have a nitrogen. We have many other gases. It forms the chemical and the physical composition of this atmosphere is wonderful. So this sustains huge population. This sustains huge forest. This sustains huge kind of life, biotic life. This totally we call it as a biosphere. We have a hydrosphere, we have a biosphere, we have a geosphere, we have also have a biosphere. See, these all spheres are working independently. First of all, they work independently and they also connect to each other. When they connect to each other and start performing, then it is called as an Earth system. Earth is not like just Earth, it is a system. Earth as a system. Why? Because these all spheres, they add to the total, they also work on their own to make whole Earth. The Earth is functioning. It is not dead. It is functioning. Functioning in the sense, it is revolving around the sun. It is turning around its axis. Then we feel day and night. We also have the mountains. Some areas mountains formed due to Earth is turning, due to currents are originating inside. Due to Earth functioning, there are 3 currents formed. You should remember all of us. Teachers also they know. The one current that generates inside the Earth is called as convectional currents. These convectional currents make 2 plates move. The large lithospheric plates, the large the plates, lithospheric, geospheric plates, they move around. Once they start moving, we have a earthquakes, we have a volcanoes, we have a subduction, we have a trench, we have a mountain series, we have a valleys, we have a dangerous dunes, and we have a beautiful places where the human population have flourished, agriculture, industry, everything flourished. So that means the earth is functioning. These currents inside, they make these plates to move. And the other currents that originates outside, that is the air, we call it as the air currents. The current moves up. As the water heats up, it evaporates and it goes up. That itself is a conventional current in the atmosphere. This makes beautiful. Nowadays research has been done, atmospheric science is being valid. Atmospheric science is being studied in many countries. It has taken good field. You see NOAA, NASA, they study a lot in the atmospheric science. They launch so many vehicles, they launch balloons, they have aircrafts, they have put so many remote sensing cameras, sensors. They look at the earth, they observe earth 24 hours per every 365 days, every day, every minute, every hour, they take all the information, they club all the information, they generate some kind of model, they give it to us. That means we would know. Now you see aircrafts, how they are moving. Even a cloudy can also, if they lands in a cloudy area or very foggy area, it will take off. Because of the atmospheric science. So this atmospheric science is being studied through remote sensing. Through remote sensing, we are getting lots of ideas. We didn't know why our India is sometimes after every 3 years or 4 years we are getting least rainfall, or sometimes we are getting more rainfall. So this mechanism of the monsoon we did not know properly earlier. Something like that. You can learn many programs. Many courses are available. Technical courses. That's number 1. Second one is the Infosys Springboard. Infosys, you know Infosys company. Infosys is a company. Infosys Springboard. There you get all these remote sensing, GIS, even GIML courses. You can get a free, but you have to register. You will get the free. This is number 2. Number 3, you also go for MOOCs and SWAYAMs. So MOOCs and SWAYAMs. There you are getting all these. Understand? So I think you have to skill your more. More technical, more skill, and you have to come up with the more skilled courses. Then you keep yourself job. Course area. Number 1. Course area. Number 2. Infosys Springboard. Infosys Springboard. Books and slides. I hope my lecture without any, I didn't take any slides, but hope I have reached you with a small information. Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Amrita, for calling me over here and introducing me to your group. I am very nice to be here with your small college, and I came to know that you have achieved a lot very recently. You have got A+, which is not so joke. Your effort, your all hard work, especially led by Soma Ghosh and other teachers, students. She was telling us she doesn't want to take credit her work. She wants to give it to for all others. So she said it's a teamwork. So you all involved, and finally you made this college get A+, which is one of the best score in India. So small college achieved a lot. So you are all achievers. So I want you to do more achievements still in days to come. So you should grow, you should bring good name and fame to the college and your parents and all. In this background, I will come to my area of talk. I've been to Kolkata and West Bengal since 25 years. I am listening. The one thing I appreciated this Kolkata and West Bengal is that this is a wonderful land in India. Because where our Rashtra Gita, our Janagana Mana, our Vande Mataram is being written from this land and from this soil. And at the same time, all kind of developmental activities, whether it is networking, or agriculture, or industry, or any advancement that have happened from this land. And this is a land of rivers, lot of resources, agricultural land, and it's also land of so many thinkers. Like you have so many people like that, and you have Ajin Muslim, Vivekananda, Swami Krishna, there are so many like that. So you are all eligible. You do work in this land, and you have to continue this whatever achievement has happened so far. So you should be very proud about this. So if history is very good, your future would also be very good. So in that connection, you should not disconnect the way this land has been developed, the culture has been developed. You have to live always, and you have to progress, keeping all those things in mind. That's the thing. And let's come to the our area. You have written here Geography, GIS, remote sensing, even survey, digital survey. I would like to speak something about that. Geography, as Soma Ghosh ma'am make very clear point, that is most important. Earth science discipline. If you take earth sciences, geography is one of the major subjects in earth sciences, because we are all living in the earth, on the earth. We get all benefits, all kind of benefits. Here we breathe resources that we get for energy, and the water we use for consumption every day, domestic purpose or drinking purpose, and the soil that we use for agricultural production or any all kind of production for our body development, and more than that, all kind of natural resources of this earth, our surface, atmosphere, or majorly that we all use more materials, sitting or our house being constructed, all these we use resources, natural resources, which have been produced since long. When earth formed, almost 4.5 to 4.6 million years back, nothing was there. These things have been formed slowly and steadily. So I'll let you a small history of how powerful it is. Now you are very comfortable inside. If I leave you outside, maybe 1 hour you cannot stay there. Why? So hot. Because temperature. Where do you get? From the sun. When the sun is emitting the energy is in the form of so many energies or waves. We call it as electromagnetic waves or electromagnetic spectrum. So you have a spectrum of the energy. One is gamma, second one you have a microwave, we have a light, we have a radio waves, we have a near infrared, we have a far infrared, so many waves are there. These waves are released by the sun. Sun is releasing these energy. These energy travel to the space, in the vacuum space. Do you know how much time the sun's energy takes to reach our Earth's surface?
80 feet into minus 3 meters.
Yeah. You know, in terms of minutes. Now, how light travels? Okay. It could be around, say, 75 lakhs kilometer per second. Understand? The moment the light emits from the sun and it takes to reach the target area, it takes almost 7 minutes. Okay. That is the travel time. But all the types of energy they travel from sun to the earth surface to the GIS remote sensing. When we saw the earth originated, it was just a hot ball forward from the earth. And when it is originated, nothing was there. Because it started revolving around the sun and turning around its axis. What happens? Slowly and steadily, water comes into being. All the hot materials that was there in the inside or maybe on the surface, they started cooling it down. Why it is cooling? Because the evaporated materials, evaporation, as it started cooling down, it cooled down, it comes back as a condensation and precipitation. And again this process continues. So you see, the hydrological cycle comes into being first. Hydrological cycle is the most important. If hydrological cycle stops, the whole process, the Earth's process will stop. No atmosphere, no precipitation, no lakes, no rivers. The hydrological process majorly and it is intensified very after a few million years. And we have got oceans form. After ocean forming, life starts originating in the water slowly, that marine life, then it develops. Then we have the forest develops. Then slowly and steadily population come into being very efficient. If you look at the air, atmosphere, or hydrosphere and biosphere and geosphere that have been coming into being, that have been taken more than 4 billion years to form at the present stages. Now we have a